Okay, ready for your Spanish on the go. We're gonna go so that nobody can say we're not going. Okay, so this will be the third part of your nouns for things that end with A. Okay, things that end with A. We're not gonna talk only about things that are in the house. Talk about things but for some reason, actually, I don't know if it was because I was in my house, but I kept thinking about words that were actually in the house. So the first one for today will be silla. Silla. Okay, and that's a chair. Everybody knows silla, same as casa, eh? Silla, casa, muy bien. Now, how about food you find in the house? For example, calabaza. What's a calabaza? Calabaza is a pumpkin. Pumpkin, yeah? Muy bien. Now, what am I doing with this thing in front of me? This thing is a camera. Oh my goodness. That's a big cockpit, right? Okay, so camera. I think that camera is called the same in all the languages in the world, I suppose. You all linguists out there can tell us all the ways you can say camera. Huh? So, la cámara. Muy bien. Now, again, in the house, in the kitchen, you will find forks and knives and everything, but you'll find a spoon, and a spoon is cuchara. La cuchara. Muy bien. Another thing that I thought about in the house was la sala. La sala. La sala is where it's like your living room or your dining room, more like a living room, dining room, but it's like your TV room. However, I have to say that sala, we have an Anglicism, which is a living. So the living room became el living. There's a very good cartoon called Mafalda from Argentina that has a great joke about that living room. Maybe I'll post it in my Twitter so that you guys can see that. So anyway, that would be la sala. Now, la sala could also be the entrance hall, la sala de la entrada, the entrance hall, la sala. Then this is interesting. Pata. Pata is leg for two things. For furniture, la pata de la mesa, okay, la pata, and for legs for animals, la pata del perro, pata. Not for people. Although you can be joking and saying, oh, my leg hurts, me duele la pata, that's like you're kind of joking, but because la pata is for animals, right? Okay, muy bien. One that we already had, but I thought that I could add it because it's parts of the body, and I haven't included that in the nouns. Boca, mouth, boca. Muy bien. Then the furniture is made of wood, and wood is madera. La madera. Madera. Muy bien. And then I'm going to leave this one for last because I'm going to tell you another thing about this that's interesting. Plancha. Plancha is an iron, okay? When you iron your... Now, plancha could be also the iron that you use to grill like a hamburger a la plancha. When you have una chicken a la plancha, that would be grilled, because it's like you put two irons together, you know. And then I wanted to leave this one for last because it's interesting, which is tapa. Let's just move a little bit because it's sunny here. Oof, hot. Okay, in the winter I complain about the cold, not the hot. Okay, so tapa is the top for anything. So you use it, you know, la tapa de una botella, from a bottle or a pot or whatever, there's a tapa, right? So whatever you put a cover on is a tapa. Things in the kitchen, etc. The word tapas that everybody knows so well because of the restaurants that serve tapas, it is sort of like popular knowledge. Whether it's 100% true, I'm not sure. But they say that the word tapa for the food comes from back in the 16th and 15th century when people were drinking sherry. in Spain, and they had all these places that were full of horses and, you know, hay on the floor and everything. There was a lot of flies, and so they would put on top of the sherry glass a little plate to cover it, so una tapa, so the top, you know, put it on top with some olives there. And that's how they started serving tapas in the bars. This is what I've heard and what I read. That's like, you know, common knowledge or popular knowledge. But again, linguists out there can debate this or not. It will be interesting to hear some stuff. So la tapa or las tapas. So it's just the top for something. And in the case of the restaurants, of course, is our famous tapas, which is like little dishes that we have in Spain for aperitif or even for lunch sometimes. Okay, so that was it for, I think I give you more than 10, right? That's okay. Okay, so do your homework. Don't forget to do the test and check and see if you remember the answers. Okie dokie. Adios.